Hi, I'm Joel Ricks, and I'm one of the presenters for Disrupting the Disruptor. I'm often asked, what is disrupting the disruptor? And how can it benefit me as a teacher? So I thought I'd put together this short little video, give some explanation, maybe some historical context to the whole thing. Historically, disrupting the disruptor came about as an idea of Gib Binnington. Dr. Gib Binnington is a professor of education at Portland State University. And in 1971, he began making these presentations and workshops and such. And he went all the way through 2010 when he finally retired. A few years ago, I ran into Gib and we decided that we would put together a new Disrupting the Disruptor using the same old material and introduce it to a new generation of teachers. What's the big idea of disrupting the disruptor? Well, it's simply this. Kids are okay, and teachers are okay, but it's the energy drain that's not okay. So our job one, has to be energy. We know as teachers that when our energy is high in the classroom, there's fewer behavior problems. And when our energy is low, then the problems seem to proliferate and they come out of the woodwork at us. Therefore, our focus has to be teacher energy. The traditional plan of how our energy drain happens is something like this chart shows. Let's say you come in the beginning of the day, you're certainly not at 100% yet, and you run into one of those students who just seems to sap your energy in whatever way and for whatever reason. You have to give a little bit of your energy right there at the beginning of the day, so your energy level drops. Well, since energy can't be created or destroyed, it has to go somewhere. Gibbs' theory is that it goes to the students, and I tend to agree with him on that one. So that you can see that throughout the day, as you go on and your energy level is dropping, is it any wonder that at the end of the day, especially our disruptive students, who we call the disruptors, is it any wonder that they run off to the buses ready to go like well-rested puppies? That's the traditional plan that we want to get away from. So if the big idea is that kids are okay and teachers are okay, but energy drain is not okay, how do we get rid of that energy drain in an okay way? Pretty simple. It's a woof. So here's the question. What is a woof? Well, here we go. In the 1960s, Dr. Robert Ardrey, an anthropologist, was studying colobus monkeys. And he noticed that every day, colobus monkeys would get up and they'd run to their boundary. They'd be met there by another family on the other side of the boundary. And they'd woof and they'd screech and they'd holler at each other. And when they got done, they were done. And they left and they took care of their business. So the question was, why do they woof? And Dr. Ardrey figured that it was because they needed to do that to get the energy to get going for the day's work, kind of like we have coffee and such. And it was also to reestablish boundary lines each day. If you think about it, and one group didn't show up, what would happen to the boundary? Well, the other group would go looking for them and they would take over their area. So this was not okay for survival and growth. So they had to meet each other every single day. So that's where the woof comes from. And we present that the woof is the same thing at school, and it can be in families, it can be in business, in anything else. But in this particular case, we're talking about the teachers and the students, or the YP, the young people. The teacher needs to get to the boundary every day and woof the students. And the students need to get to their boundary every day and they need to woof the teacher. If they do that, that dynamic looks a little bit different. Now the teacher can come in a little bit low, meet a student that's a little bit low. They woof each other. Their energy goes up. They get ready to go. And next thing you know, one's ready to learn and the other's ready to teach. So the principle of the woof is that every day or every class period, you woof the kids in your classes. You give them high fives. You give them fist bumps. You do. A key to this is something about nothing. It's not asking, did you do your homework? It's not asking, anything of importance. It's something about nothing. And you know, we do this with other teachers. We get in the staff room as everybody's gathering or as people are gathering, and they say, oh, how was your weekend? What did you do? You know, the reality is that nobody really cares, but we ask that to be polite. It gives us a little bit of energy from each other. And that's exactly what happens. The students walk away from this woof interacting with one another instead of coming on to you and attaching yourself to that to you. Like I said, they go out and they're in their group, they're ready to learn, and you get energy and you're ready to teach. That's it. Now, obviously, there's a lot more to it than that, but if I shared that with you, you wouldn't come to one of our workshops. So, if you want more information, give us an email at disruptiveteachers@gmail.com. Don't worry about the little dot in between. Gmail doesn't recognize it. Or you can go to our website at disruptingthedisruptor.com, get more information. You can see where we have some workshops already set up. If you want to look at, we've got a couple of books out, modified from Gibb. They're second edition books that Gibb put together. And those are available, Disrupting the Disruptor, on Amazon. Look forward to hearing from you, and keep calm and disrupt.